Where's his president, his country, and his ambassador, his army? I'm protected by the ancestors. Voodoo runs in my bloodline. Don't tell me nothing about the damn devil. Yeah, cool, got you fearing you. No religion, but I'm spiritual. The man used it as propaganda to divide us all. I'm just giving truth. The earth in fear with the black man. The earth in love with the black man. Even down to fashion. They take the culture, then cash in. What you know about Gary Morgan? What you know about Richard Spikes? Your luxury car wouldn't have a shift. Your intersection wouldn't have a light. All praise to the black woman. See, without her, you wouldn't have a life. Have respect. Find yourself disrespecting her. Then we at your neck. You don't want us in America.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Let Me Speak podcast. And as always, I'm your host, Asia. That song you guys just heard was called Black Power by my special guest today, Jaylon Musa. Go ahead and, Jaylon, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about that song and what's going on with you.
Yeah, so first off, I appreciate you for bringing me on. My name is Jaylon Musa. And so Black Power, which is a song by me, just was me just trying to channel energy of our ancestors and the things that was going on during the times where I wrote the song. Was pretty much me just trying to bring that into sound and just kind of make it like more of a triumphant type of sound, even though like the thoughts that came behind it came with a lot of pain. It also came with a lot of like confidence as well. So that's pretty much what made Black Power, I would say.
That's a dope song. You want to go ahead and tell the listeners a little bit about yourself? Tell us who is Jaylon Musa? Where are you from?
Yeah, so I'm from Lake Charles, Louisiana, by the way of a small town called Cameron, Louisiana. Grew up, both my parents, and heavy into sports, which was my first passion, playing football. And for the most part, just kind of went through life as a kid or whatever, and just trying to figure myself out. Always thinking that I was going to be playing football and stuff like that, and transitioned into the college thing, and also try to pursue football there. And then eventually, just to probably speeding the story up. Eventually, I just started getting into music. Once I kind of was transitioning out of college, when I would go home and go to like friends' house, on college breaks and stuff like that, to where I kind of started like playing with music. Mm-hmm. And the more and more that I messed with it, it kind of grew to a passion. And then I started doing it kind of like not out in public. I started doing it more behind closed doors and trying to learn it and stuff like that. And then probably around 2017, 2018 is when I kind of transitioned to where I was confident enough to kind of start releasing actual art to the world. So
you got some amazing talent. You're very talented. So are you? I think I saw you're in LA now, right? Are you in LA now?
Yeah, I'm based in LA.
Okay. How do you like the change from Louisiana to LA?
I like the change. I like the diversity. I like the diversity in food as well. The cult, I still don't know how to get around to an extent. So I still use like GPS to get everywhere. But
of course you have to.
The diversity and the accessibility is really what I enjoy the most, to be honest. And also just being around so many like-minded people as far as like artists, and just dealing with the arts 24/7, or trying to at least, is probably what I enjoy the most. Just like touching shoulders with people who kind of understand you.
Yeah, got it. Exactly. How long have you been out here?
Been out here for 4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Yeah. So going on 5.
All right. I'm originally from Florida, but I'm basically from here now. I've been out here like 17 years, something like that.
You
I'm from here now, right?
Here now.
All right. Okay, so let's just jump into it now. So those of you, if you guys are tuning in for the first time, Let Me Speak is basically a podcast dedicated to allowing, Black men in hip hop and rap to get their voices out on opinions that affect the Black and brown communities. I just want to shine some light on our brothers in this game who know more than what media tries to portray as rappers are. So the first thing I wanted to ask you though, how do you feel being in 2021? How do you feel as being a Black man in today's society? That's like my number one question that I always have to ask.
That's a hell of a starter. Being a black man in 2021, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it can be tough, and then sometimes I feel like sometimes I feel liberated. To be honest, like sometimes it's like who else would be going through this but somebody who is as great as a black man.
Right.
So I think that I think when I kind of look into society and I'm kind of more on social media, maybe sometimes it can be tough. But when I kind of like detach myself from it and just like kind of being like it was pre social media, I kind of just feel liberated and just feel like, all right, what I need to do as far as art or what I need to do as far as myself, just get it done. Usually when I get into the internet and kind of get back on there where I get like the other things that might like affect me in ways that are like not the best. That's usually what it comes down to. But being a black man overall though is a great thing.
Right.
To me.
Definitely Black King.
Sure.
So now I want to just jump into some of the stuff that's just been going on in the world. Now I know you've been hearing about what happened, what's going on with the Asian community, the Atlanta spa shooter. So I wanted to ask, first, well, I recently came across this video of this, she's a black woman, she was speaking on it, and she was saying that she feels, she feels for what the Asian community is going through, but what she was saying was that when it was their time to fight and stick up for us, the Asian community didn't do the same thing. And she was saying that she's been seeing a lot of the black community needs to help out the Asian community, and she's not the only one I've seen say this, that it's not our fight, and again, like I said, when it was time for the when we were having the riots and everything recently going on, and the BLM where the Asians out there, were they fighting for us? And I'm not saying that they weren't. Again, this is what I saw. So I want to just ask, what is your thoughts and opinions on that, as far as the black community coming to help? And it almost seems like we always have to come and rescue everybody, or we have to come and help, and we don't always get that back.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying. And I've been seeing a lot of Asian people and black people going at it because of, I think a lot of it is an agenda with black people attacking Asian people. Like this is starting to catch fire. And I do think that, like you were just saying about black people always trying to help everybody else, but when it comes to our fight, who's there to help us? And even though I have seen, like I've seen some Asian people like in protests or like seeing them on the internet, but I don't think that nobody has been more helping historically and present than us. Right. And I think sometimes it's not always beneficial for us. We're so ready to stick our necks out for somebody else and don't even worry about what we got going on within our own community sometimes. And I think that can limit us. As far as the fighting, I kind of don't even like give it but so much energy, because it's like I've seen the Asian community really disrespect black people and adopt white supremacy ways, exactly, like in a great way, and even against their own that are even of darker hue. You know what I'm saying? So not just black people, but even dark Asians. So like that conversation, that I wouldn't entertain it but so much, because their culture, or the ones that I've seen, at least I've seen a lot of that in their culture, also dealing with black people as well. So it'll just be arguing or going back and forth, and it's just like, yeah, I'm not about to spend so much time doing it.
So how do you feel on the like her saying this isn't our fight?
It's not our fight, but I think from a humanitarian standpoint, of course, some of us, when you naturally see somebody being wronged, or if you naturally see somebody being murdered, I think that if somebody wants to lend a hand or lend a post or lend their voice in any type of way, that's cool. I don't think that if it's in somebody's heart to say something, then they should say it. If it's not in their heart, then don't say it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there should be people like, stay back, stop trying to help them out, whatever. Right. Like people gonna do what they want to do. I just know that my heart goes out to anybody that's being massacred, like we've been seeing. But definitely my people definitely are a priority. You know, that's just the way. It's just like family.
Course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like your family. You're gonna look out for your family first. That doesn't mean that it's not like I wouldn't look out for other people, but I'm definitely moving around with my people in mind more often than not. And I think that's innate. Like, it's not even me thinking. That's just who I am, or who I more and more that I grow. That's who I aspire to be, at least.
I agree. We definitely got to have our backs first, you know, make sure we're straight first. But in regards to that same incident with the shooter, now I'm sure you heard how the captain who was reporting on the incident,
said he had a bad day. Yeah, that was a little wild. See, that'd be the. Can we curse on here?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, like that'd be the shit that's like kind of crazy, like for somebody to go into an establishment like that and murder people, and then they be like, yeah, well, he said he was at the he said something like he was at the end of the rope, and like you don't get to have a bad casual Tuesday and just go into establishments and just start killing people. See, that'd be the stuff what I be talking about as far as like, or what I be thinking about when it comes to like white privilege and stuff like that. Like if that was a black person, of course, that would be like they would just put this person on blast so much they would try to degrade, and the person probably wouldn't even live to not at all. You're not even living to even see that.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So that'd be the biases that we fight every day. I'm kind of tired of saying it, to be honest. I'm finishing my own sentences in my head before I even say them to you. It's like it's just the same thing. So it's like I'm saying it and I'm just regurgitating the same stuff. It just feel like sometimes you become numb to it, and I try my best not to become like super numb to it. I try to like make sure I ingratiate myself into it, but it's like the same thing every time. Sometimes you can just find yourself like trying to like just get away from it to an extent, and try to regroup mentally.
Exactly. Now you had said that's, you know, in a sense like a white privilege. Now, again, I'm on social media and I saw this video which kind of blew my mind. He was a black man, and he was saying that how black people, we need to stop telling white people, you know, how to live their lives, and that, you know, like this is white, they get white privileges and that. And he was saying, you know, how do we know what white privilege is? How we been in those places of these white people? Are we been in the shoes of the white people? How do we know what white privilege is like? And I was baffled.
Well, yeah, I'm about to say, I think we directly experience what white privilege is. So for him to say that, I don't know who that is, but to say, how do you know what white privilege is? You can know what white privilege is to know what white privilege is not, or to know what black privilege is and to what black privilege is not. We're directly the opposite of what white privilege is in this country and globally. So it ain't even that difficult of a concept to even understand. All you have to do is just live and be black in America and look at the way that white people are treated in the same situation. And then it'll present itself before you, and then you'll have that easy answer for yourself. Now, I will say, the older and older that I get, I'm not really interested in telling white people. Like, I used to be passionate in college, like, what the hell? Why are you doing this? Whatever. But I think more today, I just be looking at them like, oh, it's just another devil. Like, and I just keep it moving. Like, I ain't got time. I'm more worried about our people, or I might address it in the music. Like, I'll get my shit off like that. Like, all right, well, I'm about to just slang that whole thing in music, but I'm not like the energy that I used to have to try to like force people to like live a different type of way. I don't really have that as much. I just try to take care of the things that I can control and take care of my own to an extent.
Right. His name was Brandon Tatum, by the way. So if y'all listening,
Brandon Tatum.
Brandon Tatum.
That's interesting for Mr. Brandon to say.
Yeah, he's a black conservative. So yeah. Now I wanted to ask, with that being said, so do you think? So you already kind of answered that question with if you think that white privilege is an actual thing. I'm sure you do. So what about black privilege? Do you think that is such?
Yeah, I think black privilege is a thing. look at how much we